Swallowing, I take the bag and check out the contents. My mouth starts watering at the sweet and savory packages of Gujarati love. Barfi, magas, methi kakra, and chevdo. I look at Mom, eyes wide. Thanks. Welcome, she says, then grins. Share it with the friends you make, Dad chimes in. Then he smiles too. I stand there, tugging my ear and staring at them as if they've suddenly opened their third eyes, all Shiva-like. My parents never smile. Well, hardly ever that I can remember. Sure, Sai's told me stories otherwise, like the time he and Dad shared laughs after my bai's first botched attempt at parallel parking, or when Mom used to grin and stroke Sai's hair while he sipped on the mug of cha she'd make for him every day after school, or their proud parental smiles when he won the National Science Fair at age 14. Back in the homeland, Mom and Dad gave away smiles like Kaju Katri on Diwali. I know because a year ago, I found a box of my parents' old Polaroids in the hall closet. I sat there, clutching the photos against my heart, overcome, as if I'd discovered an ancient, illustrated Hindu book entitled Raj and Tanu Desai left their best smiles and extended family behind in India. I felt my smile bloom as I studied the photos the way I studied flashcards. A sweaty dad and his friends taking a break from cricket, sharing grins and beers. A beaming mom decked out in a silver, gold, and black chanya chori in full Dandiya Ras ecstasy with her cousins. Mom flashing a toothy smile as she and my grandma picked tiny pebbles and other debris out of large stainless steel thalis of split mung beans. Giddy-faced Dad taking Mom for a ride on the back of his scooter through the crowded, littered streets of Gujarat. But I didn't get those parents. I got the work is always busy, therefore no time for smiles parents, whose primary form of communication with their two children, mostly me, though, involved muttering, growling, or yelling, chup-re. Chup-re, the Gujarati expression for be quiet. But depending on the tone, volume, and coinciding facial expression with which it's delivered, it can also sound more like, shut up. Growing up, Sai occasionally tossed a chup-re my way, but when he said it, it wasn't layered in disgust. Quite the opposite. It was playful. Or protective. Come to think of it, the same was true when Pinky Auntie or Neil Uncle said it to me. Pinky Auntie and Neil Uncle left Gujarat and moved in with us for a couple of years when I was 6. Like my parents, their plan was to try to make it in America. But even more than the opportunity to work better jobs, save up enough to afford living on their own in the Bay Area, and eventually thrive, the essence of their coming to America story was necessity. They'd eloped. When Sai, who was 12 at the time, told me that, I'd scratched my head. Sai Bai? What kind of bad crime is eloped? Chup-re. The corners of Sai's lips ticked up, and he flicked my arm, a little harder than intended. It isn't bad or a crime. It means they ran off to get married in secret. I pouted at Sai and rubbed my arm. Why wasn't Mom and Dad's marriage a secret, but Pinky Auntie and Neil Uncle's was? Only later, when I learned that Pinky Auntie and Neil Uncle had met and fallen in love in school, but their families had forbidden them from marrying, did I understand why their love marriage had been secret. Mom and Dad, on the other hand, hadn't even known each other before their marriage because it had been arranged in Gujarati Chagam tradition by their parents and was therefore highly approved of. None of that mattered, though. I loved Pinky Auntie and Neil Uncle, especially Pinky Auntie, who I thought was the most beautiful, kind, smart woman in the world. With her broad, closed-mouthed smile, affectionate gaze, and lovely nose adorned with a small gold knoth, she was even more beautiful than that Bollywood star Sai was.